Okay. In this lesson, first of all, let me just say, give you a very little heads up. This video is probably going to be a long video, because I'm going to be talking about two things. We're talking about how to find the key to a song and passing chords, really. So those two things are what I'm going to be talking about in this lesson. So, first of all, how do you find the key to a song? So most people, what I see most beginners do is this. So a song is going on, I start to do, like, I'm asking myself, yeah, I did that before. When I was starting out, we all did this, but you have to ask yourself, what am I looking for, right? So the most important note in any song is this. Right, the root note, that is the do or the one, the root, that is the most important, right? So when a singer is singing, before you touch the keyboard to start looking for the key, you have to be hearing, like, in your mind or your ear, you have heard this, like, now while you're humming, that's what you're not looking for. Right, now you get the key. So before you start doing your pa 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 pa, you have to get that first note, that root note. So the person is singing, I can't change the key I'm singing in now because I already started playing, but so if the person is singing, you are looking for where will the song land in that do. So you get that, then that's what you're looking for. You now know that, okay, this is the key, right? It's simple. So when you all you have to do is play music from your phone or whatever device you have, play music and look for that do in the song. With practice, you start getting it, and it will not be difficult at all. So looking for a key is practice, and I just showed you the technique I use. Now I've used it for a very long time, and sometimes I play and people think I have perfect pitch because relative pitch, I know it. So someone is singing and I go to my favorite key, C sharp or D flat, and I play this. So now I've given my ears a starting point, like a reference point, right? Which is then the person starts singing. Then in my head I'm looking for that other key. What key? I'm looking for that do. And when I get that do, and I try to find it relative to this do I've played. I've been doing it very very long time, and I do this like without even thinking about it. So trying to explain it now is a bit difficult, but the technique I can explain it because nobody taught me this. I figured it out on my own. Nobody taught me. So you have to look for the do, look for that, then that is what you're looking for on the keyboard, right? So another thing that if you're just starting out, another thing you face is that sometimes you look as if you got the key, but it's not sounding like the key. So the issue is either the key you found is not actually the main key, it's actually the saw of the key, because most times your ear might be tricked because the song is still going on and you are looking for the key. So sometimes you may think the song will go to saw, then you think saw is the note because at that point it makes sense, right? But as the song continue again, you discover that it's not, it's to be this key, it should be this key, but it's not sounding like this key. So just what do you do? Just go to the one, look for that whatever key. Let's say they are singing now and I see G sharp. I think G sharp is the key, but the song was going, I discovered that it's not sounding like G sharp. All I have to do is go to C. So if it's not sounding like C sharp, maybe it will be D. So it's either a fourth or a fifth. Rarely it'll be a sixth. That means La, you go to La major. So this technique I've just taught, just try it. the more you practice it, the less you begin to the less time you waste in looking for keys. Looking for keys is one of the easiest thing, because let the key find the root note of the song. That do that is person, that is the key that the person singing. Find it in your mind or in your head before you look for it on the keyboard. Right? It's as easy as that. This video might not be long after all, right? I wish I have a singer that can sing and I can demonstrate, but anyway, so when it comes to, okay, another thing, maybe you're playing and the singer goes off key, right? Except the singer is a very bad singer, right? The singer is maybe almost tone deaf or tone deaf, whichever one. They usually change key in patterns, right? So why do people go off key? Number one is because they can't keep up with the key that they are singing in, right? So it's either they go up or they come down, depending on their voice can't cope with that key. That's why they go off key, right? Except those that are really, really bad singers that they can't hold one key. So for me, if somebody goes off key, right, I don't have perfect pitch. What I have is relative pitch, right? So I have to hear one note in order to relate it to other keys, right? So but then what I do normally, instead of me stopping the play and then trying to find the key again, if the singer is very good, they are either going off key in minor or major, right? So it means the person is singing and then it goes off key, little off key. It might go a whole note, right? Up, I mean full tone up or full tone down. That is one. It might go minor third, so right, minor third. They go like a fourth up. No, what I mean minor third, if you don't know what a minor third means that, so this is 1 2 3, this is third, because in the scale of C sharp, the re mi fa sol la ti do, or the number system 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, so 1 2 3, this is third, minor third, take it down, so 1 2 3 is a minor third. So either the person is going changing key to like a whole step up, a whole step down, relative to the key where the person is singing before, or the person is going off key. I mean, not off key right now because they are changing key subconsciously because their brain just switched the key to minor third, or they go fourth, so 1 2 3 4, then or they go fifth, 1 2 3 4 5. So if the singer is good, very good, so this is how the person is going to change key, like 70 to 80% of the time the singer is good, right? There are some people that sing in between keys, right? I've seen people sing in between keys, like for that case there's nothing you can do, right? So most of the time, 70 to 80% of the time, if the singer is good, if the singer is very good and the singer change key, not even very good, if the singer is average, the singer has, I mean the singer's music IQ is high, you're gonna go it's not going to change key more than this. They can't, a singer that is the music ear is very good won't go from C sharp to a random key, maybe from C sharp to G, right? Only bad singers do that, right? But you have to know the strength of your choir and the strength of everybody singing in your church or the person you are backing up. So that being said, now this I just gave for this changing key is based on the singers I've worked with and my church currently, and singers I've worked with. So it might not be that for everybody, but singers I've worked with, majorly that's how they change key if they can't handle key. So when it comes to passing chords, right? Everybody always talk about 7 3 6 2 5 1, and everybody want that because that's what everybody hears. passing chord is more than that. Passing chords are chords that I call them placeholder chords, right? Placeholder chords, because you just they are holding space for a time, right? They are holding space for a time. They are not meant to be there, but it's like visiting. You are going to the market, then you see your friend, then you stop and you greet your friend. So that's not the main purpose, but of you leaving your house, right? So that's how I see passing chords. So I don't see passing chord as 7 3 6 or 2 5 1. I see it majorly as whatever note I need to play that will take me to where I'm going to, and it will sound good. For me, that's passing chord, right? So I'll show you one movement I do. It's a passing chord. I can't call it a 7 3 6 because it's not actually a 7 3 6, because I'm going from okay, now the destination point is Re, right? Re, that's my destination point. So I use my favorite song, You Are Great, Yes You Are, Holy God, You walked upon the sea, You raised the dead, reigning majesty, mighty God, right? Everything about you is great, right? So now this is not a passing chord. Now this becomes a movement. You get? So most of these concepts that you have to hear, there's a reason why I call this group beginners group, right? Because most of the things that you think are true as a beginner are not really true, right? Are not really true. So you think the only passing chord I need to know is 7 3 6. So teach me another way to play 7 3 6. Yeah, basically not. Right? There are a bunch of ways of playing 7 3 6, but I'm saying more because I'm in Nigeria. Like, you will limit yourself just thinking about 7 3 6 and 2 5 1s, right? So in the key of C sharp, right, or D flat, there's only one 7 3 6, which is T, Mi, La. There's only one 2 5 1, which is Re, So, and Do. So 7 3 6 we take into the 6, right? So 2 5 1, we take it to the 1. What about when I go to the 4? What will you do? Right? What will you do? So you can do 7 3 6, right? I mean, I'm trying to just think of what other way are you going to use 7 3 6. I mean, right? So I can use I'm laughing because too much technicalities, right? Most of the technicalities I know now are from when I was a beginner, right? But as I started playing, I discovered what is important and what is not important, right? And I discovered come on, music is art. There's no formula to these things, right? So the movement, okay, let me show you how I come up with movement, how I come up with passing chord. So let's say I'm going to Re. What can I play that will take me to this, right? So this leads to this, right? This leads to this, right? Now my question is, what kind of chord do I play in this D that will take me to Re? So normally if I'm going to Re, it's going to be, I'm going from La to Re, or I'm going from Fa to Re. Well, there are a few times that you go from Mi to Re. Okay, now so let's say I'm going from La to Re. What chords do I play over this that will make it sound nice going to Re? So this sounds nice. right? I can play diminished, right? I can play diminished. Can play augmented maybe. Yeah, now you see this is passing chord, right? So right, right, so let's do that. I'm coming to the movement I want to show, but let's do that. You're great, yes you are, holy God, you walk upon the sea, you raise the dead, you reign in majesty, mighty God, everything about you is great. So I missed it, right? So you are great, yes you are, holy God, you walked upon the sea, you raised the dead, you reign in majesty, mighty God, everything about you is good. Right now, this is a passing chord. It's not 7-3-6, neither is it 2-5-1, right? This is just like a D augmented chord, right? This is a D major, D augmented, right? So whatever key you are, maybe let's go to C. Let's go to F sharp. I think many people like playing F sharp for some reason, right? So yeah, great. Let me just do the chord. So this is it will not be like a G augmented chord to the re, right? So yeah, great as you are, holy God, you walked upon the sea, you raised the dead, you reign in majesty, mighty God, right? Everything about you is good. So here you have one passing chord to the two. So it does augmented chord. See, you have to know the chord qualities. Like for those that are just joining this group, I've said this over and over again. Basic things are what makes the complicated stuff, right? So know your chord qualities: major, minor, augmented, diminished. Know these, know them. That is what you are going to use for passing chord. There's nothing else. That these are the building blocks. Whatever anybody wants to play, that's how it is, right? So like this simple chord I just showed you can be complicated. I can do a run and make and I'll land here and go. But as a beginner, learn the basics, right? Learn the basics. So one passing chord for you, going to the re. So you can do like, right? So this is the chord, then re, then is good. Okay, so back to C sharp. So the movement I did just now was this, right? So I did this diminished, sorry. So God, I know be your name. Faithful God, worthy to receive all the praise. You alone, and after breathe, this song that I sing, the lover of my soul. Right, so these are a bunch of passing chords I just did. So this is diminished, right, going to the, so this is the major passing chord, right, going to the re. So every other thing that I play, this are just leading to land me here. So this is the chord. On my left hand I have B, on my right hand I have A, C sharp, and E. Right. Left hand A sharp, F. Right hand this is my C, for whatever reason is hooking, right? This keyboard is spent a very long time. Anyway, so C, D sharp, and G. Then D on the left hand. Sometimes you can add A sharp, right? Right. D, F, G sharp, B. Basic diminished chord. So 32. So you are good. Let me think of a song that goes to the 2. I can't think of any now, right? So let's just stick with you are good. You are good, just you are God. You are up on the sea. You're really majesty. Mighty God. Yeah. Everything written about you is good. Okay, so the last one called going to the 2. So what about going to the 4? Right, so how do we do that? Majorly I do 5, 1, 4, right? I do it all the time. 5, 1, 4. Right, so 5 we have which is G or So, B, D sharp, and G sharp, D sharp, G sharp. Then have C sharp, B, D sharp, F, G sharp. Right. That's another one. So do I want to teach this code anyway? So let me tell you the logic behind this code. So first of all, it's a chromatic movement going from C to B to F sharp, right? Really far. So let me just spell it out for you first. So we have C and E on my left hand, A sharp, D sharp, G, and A sharp on my right hand. Take it down, which is B, D on my left hand, A, D, F sharp, and A on my right hand, and 4. You're great, yes you are. Holy God, So most times this other chord I do this sometimes or this sometimes, depending on which one my hand plays, right? I don't think about it. So yeah, great as you are, Holy God, you walk upon the sea. So I've showed you passing chords to the 4, to the 2. Let's do to the 5, right? I think I'll end it here. This is getting too long, right? So simple one is 2 major to the 5. So like, great yes you are, Holy God, God you walk upon the sea, great is the dead. So this chord is actually based on this 2 major, right? D, G and A. So take the A here, G, right? So, or you can do a job too. My C notes are just messing me up. Anyway, so this movement works in any song as long as you're going to the saw or the 5. So we are going this G on my left hand, D and A on my right hand, A on my left hand, F sharp, C sharp. So there's kind of a grace note, right? So there's nothing you cannot do, protocol breaker. There's nothing you cannot do, you overdo. Another song, Jehovah, you are the most high. You are the most high, holy. So that's just a few ways to do passing chord, and this is the idea I have. I hope I didn't confuse you much.